come down to some of those key rotations when it comes to, you know, those 4v4 just rushes of mid or something like that. Who's going to come out on top because of those gunfight engagements?
Look, man, Tainted Minds, they've got to dig deep. They've got to search their feelings and destroy any doubts they have of a lack of retaliation after losing that breakout hard point. I mean, for the bottom line is the series ain't over. This is the best we're going to see all day, and it really isn't over yet.
Hopefully they can retaliate, as you said, Miles, but even if we get to the next one, hopefully they can throw it back in MINDFREAK's face. We shall see, because that's a throwback uplink coming up next. I do want to just quickly touch on one more thing from that breakout hardpoint, which was Dens. I know that the entire Tainted Minds squad did as best as they could, and they were very, shall we say, vibrant in their comms from that Astro listen-in. But Dens was the one really trying to stick it to his former team. James, I was really impressed by his individual performance.
He was just going off, man. He got the top score. He got the most kills in the entire lobby. Got 40 seconds, which, relatively speaking, because of how poorly ultimately Tainted Minds did, that was very good. I have to, though, point out that Damage only got 8 kills.
Yeah. See, the double D combo sometimes gets let down by one or the other. Maybe they can have a stern talking to each other as we head into the next one. But speaking of objective time, James, which you just touched on, Miles, we saw Buzzo go absolutely huge. And remember, the rumors around the mill were that Buzzo was the one that MINDFREAK were originally going to drop or leave when they were first talking about roster changes.
Yeah, I think you can completely quash all notions of Buzzo leaving this team or being ejected from it, because the man was playing out of his goddamn mind, and he really stood up. I'm sure, I mean, those of you in the crowd saw it, and we caught a glimpse of it on cam. Buzzo gave a full monologue to Tainted Minds after that one. I think he was, you know, dishing out the prescriptions there for a couple of, you know, maybe some cool, you know, packs to take care of those sweet burns he handed out, maybe a couple of, you know, maybe some bruises. Look, it was sweet, man. It was sweet.
Maybe even some antidepressant pills after that one. That was a little bit over the top there. But, you know, one of the crazy things about that is that Buzzo, he's received a lot of criticism over his career as the weakest player on that team, that he can't hang with the rest of the squad. But I keep going back to the fact, and what he says every single time that someone doubts MINDFREAK, especially when they made this roster changer with Dens, is that they've still got that core 3 lineup. They are the winning formula. They are the ones that, no matter who they play with as their fourth, continue to dominate in our region. And I mean, I loved watching Buzzo over the course of last year, because he seemed to just improve so dramatically from the start, from the qualification of Stage 1 to the end where they were at the Call of Duty Championships. Yes, of course, that wasn't their best ever placement at COD Champs, but they still put on a show, and Buzzo has not stopped improving since then, and neither has this MF squad.
Yeah, Buzzo, everything to prove, and he's really doing a good job of proving it to all of us today. Great stuff from him in the hard point. We are almost ready to gear up and dive into the SND on retaliation. It is going to be game 2 of the winners bracket final here at the CWL Sydney Open 1, presented by PlayStation 4, with a ton of thanks to ViewSonic and Astro. It has been an unforgettable weekend so far, and we thank you for joining us on this wild and crazy carpet ride. James, who do you want to kick this one off with?
Excite, because he's got a scope.
Yeah.
Here we go.
He's not going to disappoint. You know, Cody had a slow game in the hard point. He wasn't necessarily on top. He did get turned on pretty horribly by Dens on the wall run down there by the commissary hard point. But look at that. It's all in the past now, baby. It's all about game 2. MINDFREAK versus Tainted Minds, winners bracket final. This is going to be lit. No, maybe not. It was close enough. Can he make it on the second? No, he doesn't. Excite, though. Dancing with death here. 2 players. He saw them. This is great intel. Goes for one. There's a body shot. Pistol out. Can his sidearm finish the job? Yes, it does.
With the pistol of all weapons, he's able to find the kill that levels things up to a 2v2 now. Dens and Nimble going up against Excite and Buzzo. 2 very solid players on each of these squads here. Now you can see the Tainted Minds players rotating towards B. Meanwhile, MINDFREAK, they look like they might be doing the exact same. Going past A, making sure that none of the Tainted Minds players are waiting to flank them from behind. TM, they got to set up here, and you know they have to almost at this point commit to a site, have both players there to be able to shut down any attempt by MINDFREAK to plant the bomb.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be seeing that. Here comes a bit of a play for B. This may go down to the wire. There's shots out, tagged up heavily. Excite is going to get that sniper and go for something absolutely huge, but instead he stays alive. Thank goodness for that. Here comes the pinch. Now both teams are going to have to guess which side are they going to heavily stack on. 2 man on one door. They're going to watch it, and here comes the engagement now in mid. Shots out. Excite manages to not go down. Holy sweet Jesus, what a turn. Oh, that's how Tainted win a round.
That was so shaky. I think that's just nerves. I mean, this matchup here, it means so much. Excite got absolutely destroyed.
Nimble has been doing things like that all weekend long. He really came to play here at the TAINTED Sydney Open. Oh, wow. Okay, round one's in the books. MINDFREAK, how do they respond to that? I don't think it was tactically an error to both push. You know, they went out into street and they actually, you know, they separated from themselves. There was one player pushing the garage side, one player went for the entrance to Bicycle, and basically it fell apart from there. I don't think that was tactically an error, but the gunfights were not in their favor.
That was actually also a team ace from Tainted Minds, so each player picking up a kill in that first round. So far, no death to speak of in this one, and there's only 1 minute remaining, so already 1/3 of the way through this round. Nimble, he's going to be a dedicated demolitions expert of this round here. As I say that, Buzzo, he does continue his streak from that hard point. He has found the first blood on towards Dens, and that is the key player that I think MINDFREAK need to shut down.
It's amazing to watch that minimap. The second the gunfight starts, both teams immediately eject
Buzzo.
themselves. Buzzo, great kill there on Nimble. Nimble got a pick there on a couple of them. He was getting the damage done. Zeus is the last man alive for Tainted Minds, does manage to win that gunfight against Buzzo. Now here comes MINDFREAK charging through. All three of them are going to pin him down, tear his clothes off, and ruin his day.
That was a little bit sad.
Savage, man. Check it out from their
Brutal,
perspective.
savage, wrecked.
He was all alone in that back alleyway, and they had their way with him. Thank you for the good times. That was brutal. 1-1 MINDFREAK to Tainted Minds. How do you see this one going down? This is going to be back and forth, or are we going to see somebody just evolve? All new monster.
Really hope it's close. I really, really hope it's close. But does Excite have the scope out again? No, he's gone for the E-Rad this time, and this suits his playstyle perfectly because he's such an aggressive player. This is what people are saying that Dens did not bring to the team. If he was there a second earlier, he might have been able to catch a Tainted Minds player from behind in that bedroom area. Slots him a little bit longer range than the E-Rad is good for. But now they know where he is, they're going to be scared to push him.
Shocks went down there to a car explosion. Dens was the recipient there. Looks like we've still got a bit of a stalemate between both teams now. Shock's dead. That's MINDFREAK with 3 members alive. Here comes a slow push. We're still on board with Excite. Offensive round for MINDFREAK. Let's see how they play this one out. Oh, this could be a tough spot. Excite takes those shots from long range. He needs to relocate. He now knows the bomb is actually going down at B. So Fighter and Buzzo actually making that call. Excite really playing as a man on the wing. You know, he's basically acting as a diversion for his team. That E-Rad play, he's hoping to get a not sort of a cheeky little pick. He may be able to do something like that, but you see Nimble definitely in position to get the bomb play here. And look, this is actually a very, very interesting turn of events. As you can see, there's a bit of a run around the Rosie at the bicycle shop, and shots are out, and I think this may actually happen. No, looks like they back down, and now it's a 2v2 situation. Tainted Minds versus MINDFREAK. Buzzer goes down. Fighter got killed there on an unfortunate turn in the bar. Didn't pay his tab, and now he's paying in hell. Buzzo, last man for MINDFREAK. Shots out, gets the close range shots. Oh no, Buzzo. That slow sensitivity just caught him there. Not able to get the hipfire kill up close, and with a few seconds to spare, TM get to defuse.
It was such a big case of God timing there. He goes for the slide just as the Tainted Minds player of Nimble pushes him. That was unfortunate, and yeah, of course, that slow sensitivity not going to be useful when trying to turn around onto the opposition player, but...
Nimble by name, nimble by nature.
Exactly.
Let's face it.
This man is going to be a pain, a thorn in your side if you're up against him, and he's also going to be the one picking up the bomb and going for that plant.
Kick this one off with Nimble, see how this bomb runs for the likes of Tainted Minds. That engagement towards A side is looking very likely right now. The corridors are being watched. You can see the shots coming through the wall there. Damage takes an early grave. Zeus comes in for the revenge. He manages to get one. Can he get a second? Shots are not quite on, and Buzzo will get the better of him now. It is a 2v2 situation. Buzzo and Shocks versus Dens and Nimble. It's all going down to the bar. It's a bit of a brawl. Shocks goes down. Shocks takes down Dens, and there's a return fire. So now we've got Nimble versus Buzzo. We're back to square one. Nimble besting Buzzo in that previous round. Can he do the same here?
They're both on a 2-kill streak with 5 kills each. But one thing that Nimble has that Buzzo doesn't is going to be that Scarab. But I highly doubt he's going to use that because he's going to sit himself up as a sitting duck if he does. And he's going to get this bomb down on A. So Buzzo now needs to rethink his positioning. But he's going to play passive here. He knows that Nimble's going to try and find this kill. And Nimble's that kind of player he's very aggressive himself, similar in that fact to Excite, that he will find, or he will try and chase the kill, and they're just going next to each other. Oh my lord, this is so close. Buzzo, I think he spotted him. Nimble's got no idea. Or maybe he does. I'm so unsure about this situation. And he's just waiting. He's going to pull out the E-Rad, and he just melts him. absolutely melts the man.
Incredible
Gets the
work
defuse.
there. Buzzo picking up, excites Erad, his fallen comrade, putting it to good use. What a turn of events. It was cat and mouse, but we couldn't quite work out who was the cat and who was the mouse. All we know is that bomb was the cheese.
Yeah.
What a fantastic round end. 2-1. 2-2, sorry. MINDFREAK, Tainted Minds.
People said that Buzzo can't play with an assault rifle, let alone an SMG, and he's proving that he can do both to the highest degree here in this series so far. Excite, does he pull out the scope again? By the looks of things, no, because he doesn't have a pistol. So he's going to be rocking the MB4 to be exact, and that's an interesting decision from him. All of a sudden, though, with literally 2 seconds into this round, and it's already a 2v2.
That was an incredible, not to trade that kill actually, see Excite not get that one, you know, the nades was in place, but again, that flak jacket just saving the day for him. And big shots from Fighter, taking out his former teammate Dens. Nimble all on his own shots out. He's not in a very difficult situation here. Here comes a two-man pinch. MINDFREAK, they're going to be two-stacking him here. So again, a trade is favorable for MINDFREAK with their 2 players alive. Nimble. Jack, be nimble, Jack, be quick. Run for your life, son. This is going to be a tricky situation to be in. Again, Fighter has bomb, so he can force a play by making the arm happen. Nimble, you know, backing up. You would do the same. You've got 2 members of the best team in the APAC region hunting you down, searching and destroying, if you will. You'd definitely be putting up shop. He's got 30 seconds now. The bomb's gone down. I like this positioning again. Didn't go for B. They didn't necessarily know he was there for certain, but putting in an A, I just feel like it's so much more of an exposed position.
Oh, that's... Yeah,
they're set up and ready for him.
They're going to be waiting, and I don't know what it was, but when I was watching the MF players rotate to A, they just looked like they were doing synchronized swimming. It was that in sync. They were turning at the exact same times, just following each other at the exact same speed. It was a beautiful thing to watch that rotation, and now Nimble, he's got so much work to do and only 14 seconds to do it. I think at this point it's worth just saving your streak. Just get out of there, man. Don't let them kill you when you are so near your active camo here. He might be able to sneak up on one player. He gets gunned down quite easily there. I thought he had him, but no. That is going to be MINDFREAK, though, going up in this search and destroy. 3-2. God, that was hard for Nimble. I don't think I could have done that against anyone, let alone MINDFREAK.
Nimble caught a glimpse of the player behind the APC, turned away, and then snapped back to him in the time it takes me to withdraw money from an ATM. Like, that was insane reactions.
Well, we're going to be heading into this next round. Buzzo, he uses his overdrive, and he's also got a Scarab to work with if he wants. They won't be expecting him to be this far pushed up, and he wasn't expecting Zeus there either, but he absolutely melts the man, and that is going to be an early man advantage for MINDFREAK here, and further pushing up towards getting another score streak. Well, he has to work back towards that Scarab once again. As I say that, Nimble has also gathered his score streak, his payload ability, Shocks and Excite, combining for a multiple of kills. Den's last alive in a 1v4, and that is going to be the round over. MINDFREAK, so good at cleaning up that round. Who is that? That's going to be Fighter.
Oh, hang on. Wait a minute. We can't show that. That's not okay.
That is X-rated stuff.
That's
right there.
seriously X-rated stuff.
I can't.
Well, this is going up on a different website after this series. Like, hang on a minute.
So we were on MLG TV. Hello.
Fighters popping streaks for no reason at all. You can tell that MINDFREAK are feeling pretty good. That's the face of a man who has just been violated by a group of people you once upon a time called your teammates. So, Dens, that was a big play from MINDFREAK. That was a brutal round. And, you know, I think they went one step above the salute, and then they dropped all the way down. You know, dropped the bags, the tea bags were out. I think a little bit more than just the tea bags may have been out on the table with that one. Here we go in the next round. We'll kick this one off with Nimble. Nimble's been having a great tournament so far, but after a play like that, MINDFREAK have got to be absolutely feeling themselves cooking the whole team of Tainted Minds. They flipped both sides. They wanted a medium rare, and they got it just right. MINDFREAK now slowing things right down. You've got MF on offense. Shocks with bomb.
Nimble, I'm not sure whether he spotted Buzzo crossing the gap there. And there's another one. The man Shocks himself. He's going to be getting the bomb down, and Nimble, he's just jumping across this archway, watching for any movement from MINDFREAK. Finally spots the play up. and I think he's been spotted himself too, but he pops active camo here. He can get in behind, I believe that was Buzzo, maybe Shocks as well, but he doesn't manage to do anything, so that's going to be his active camo wasted. Now a 2v2 situation, Fighter and Excite going up against Damage, left alone now. Excite also has his payload available to him, 22 seconds remaining now to also defuse that bomb. He is in such a sticky situation, he's going to get shot down from behind. 5-2 map point for MINDFREAK.
That's a damn sticky situation to be in. MINDFREAK match point. Tainted Minds. There's definitely something going on in the camp of Tainted Minds. They were looking very strong early on. It was back and forth between each other for rounds, but MINDFREAK, after that little gangbang at A bomb site, things are looking a little different if you ask me. 5-2 Tainted Minds. They've got to pull something out of the bag. Get down to the clinic, get yourself checked out. Things are going to be okay. Tomorrow's a new day, but not if it's Monday, because today's Championship Sunday.
Yeah, today's like the most important day of the Call of Duty event here. The CWL Sydney Open 1 presented by PlayStation 4 Fighter. He has his reactive armor available, so I expect him to get very aggressive with the last two remaining players from Tainted Minds Dens. He's going to be putting that bomb down at B here, and no one from MINDFREAK within an earshot. Nimble, he's able to find Excite, reducing the numbers advantage that MINDFREAK had, but they still have that reactive armor to work with. I'm sort of expecting Nimble here. He has to use that Scarab to clutch up, or at least get some information right now.
Behind him, Nimble doesn't realize what an incredible turn. He managed to make that happen. He just caught the glimpse of the thank for his headset. Oh, and there it is. Big kills,
Done.
Nimble. It's done. MINDFREAK have done it. What an amazing way to close this one out and fight and letting everybody know who's boss. The bodies. I mean, enough ammunition was spent on the players who are alive and the players who are dead. This has been an unbelievable round. They're really going down to the wire with this one. MINDFREAK putting on a show. They went for that defuse, and there we have it. Game 2 has gone to MINDFREAK in an incredibly dominating fashion, James.
That was insane. I did not expect it to be as one-sided as it was. Right there, I didn't even realize this, because sometimes with the broadcaster mode, well, not sometimes, it just doesn't carry over the score streak or the point streak, the kill streak over to the next round. But Fighter was on a 7 kill streak at the end of that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Call of Duty World League, and let me introduce you to MINDFREAK, who have just smashed Tainted Minds 6-2 in that search and destroy after a very convincing hardpoint 250 to 109 there. We'll review the rest of the series in just a moment, but gentlemen, what action there, what BM, what drama. It's almost like Days of Our Lives, but a lot better.